I need to get this car the f out of the shop, dude. This thing has been sitting on my list for far too long, waiting on little bullshit. So I am once again waiting on rear brake rotors for this thing. If you remember the original set of DBA rotors that I had for this car that I originally purchased for the RS, we put on this car. Had a weird issue with the rotor rubbing on the backing plate of the rear suspension. So I was like, okay, it's gotta be a suspension issue. We replaced all of the OEM suspension in the back of the car. Everything is brand new OEM Subaru. Then we put those rotors back on. Same issue. Brake rotor would lock up against the dust shield. Okay, so I was like, cool, it's gotta be rotor issue. Contacted the guys at Flatirons. They were very kind to send us replacement DBA rotors. Put one of them on and it was more or less better. It was okay. Put the other one on, brake locked up immediately. Backing plate is hitting the rotor again. So, I don't know what it is. Orders at a stop text. If the stop text do it, it's quite obviously a car problem. I did measure the rotors that I took off and I put on between the two DBAs. There was about 40 thousandths of difference in measurement across the entire rotor in like every dimension. I used to be a dimensional inspector for aerospace years ago, so it's like I checked everything. I'm like, dimensionally, these rotors are not even within ballpark of each other. So when those new ones come in, hopefully that fixes our problem, but we do have a couple other small things that we can go ahead and knock out now just to prepare this thing to come off the lift, because obviously when those rotors go on, we're gonna have to bleed the brakes, get everything else done, because right now this car has no brake. We got our replacement rear right ABS wheel speed sensor. We can get that in the car, clear the ABS codes, make sure that we have no others. We got speed bleeders for the brakes because the the bleeder valves that are on the calipers now got powder coated and they're full of powder coat, so they have to come off, get replaced. We did get a set of floor mats. These are actually RCM floor mats. Since the Subaru ones are discontinued, these actually look very quality. And then we also have one oil leak that we have to fix, which I believe is either off of the oil feed for the turbocharger or it is on the drain. We will have to figure out where that oil leak is. So we're gonna have to let this thing run for a little bit and see what the hell's going on with it. But first, let's go ahead and start fixing this stuff. We'll get our floor mats in, toss in our wheel speed sensor, get all of our bleeder valves swapped out, and then try to track down this oil leak. There's something about a nice set of floor mats. Dude, these RCM ones actually look pretty good. They fit freaking like OEM too, which is super nice. Our carpet's all ripped up and whatnot, so these floor mats will go in here perfectly. This guy will go in here though. If the sun wasn't fucking blinding me, that'd be phenomenal. Here, it's gonna be like the white connectors in here. You gotta push the grommet back in. Seatbelt's gotta go up. Seatbelt's gotta go up. I don't know where right now, but I know this thing has an oil leak. There was a small puddle of oil underneath of it last time, so we're gonna have to let this thing just kind of idle and run for a minute. Which should be fine. We shouldn't have an issue with that. Put that guy back down, put the e-brake back down also. Alright, so we're just gonna let it idle for a minute. It still runs a little bit lean. I haven't worked. Hey, look at that. That spins. That spins. Look at that, everything's spinning. Beautiful, love it. ABS light just came back on. I kind of want to scan it while it's running. I mean, we should be able to see why the ABS light came on after this, so we'll have to rescan the car again, but. Okay, so right there, I can see it. It's dripping onto the up pipe. Okay, it's that 17mm banjo right there. That's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to fix, but at least it's not the turbo drain. All right, cool. Well, that did not take long to find that. We'll get this thing shut off so that way it can cool down, and we will, we're either gonna have to replace the crush washers or retighten them, but at least that's an easy fix. I don't know if that's easier than turbo drain, to be honest. I can't say I've ever had that leak before. While it cools down, we're gonna scan this again, see what we can find. All right, let's turn you off. Well, at least we've identified our oil leak. It might be a pain in the ass to fix. The transmission control system found 1 fault. ABS VDC, 3 faults. TCM, let's view that one. Establishing center differential control. Yaw rate sensor system circuit. Isn't the yaw rate here? Is this not the yaw rate, the Bosch one right there? Passenger airbag indicator fault. Lateral G sensor fault. That's history. ABS, that's fine. So we have lateral G sensor. Says that all the faults are gone, so we'll see what comes back when I start it. ABS immediately came back. It's either gonna be TCM or ABS. If it's TCM, it's gonna be that yaw rate, yaw sensor, TCM. Is it picking up ABS, that fault again for lateral G sensor? I see 1 ABS, 1 TCM, which those 2 sensors could be intertwined, but it looks like it's this sensor up here. Is this unplugged at all? Shouldn't be. Genuine Subaru Impreza STI yaw sensor. $650? Lateral G sensor fault. All right, let me go do some Googles and see. I gotta let this thing cool down too, because I don't want to burn my hands on where it was leaking out oil. So let me see what I can find on that lateral G sensor and yaw, and see if I can get a new one ordered for not $650, because that would be kosher. I was able to snag a sensor off eBay for not too many monies. One thing that's still left on our agenda to do that we have not is service this rear diff. So I have already checked to make sure that we can break free the fill in the drain. Always make sure, always make sure that you can get your fill plug out before the drain plug. You do it the opposite and you try to take your drain out and then you can't get your fill out, you're kind of screwed. So thankfully we can still get our drain out. Fluid coming out doesn't look bad, but based off of what we found throughout the rest of this car, I trust nothing. I mean, it's not like super clean, but it's also not super dirty. So I'm gonna let this drip get as much. I mean, I can see some metal in it. It's nothing concerning, but at least it's not a ranch. It's just, I'm too lazy to take off the rear diffuser, so I'll just squeeze all this in. It's only about a quart, so yeah, like right there is good. Oh man, I should have put the drip pan down here. There we go. Not too much of a mess. That's how it should be. Especially the brand new wheel bearing, man. Everything all sorted. We can put brake fluid in this car and bleed the brakes and get this thing off the lid. We still have an oil leak that we gotta fix, but I'll fix that in a little bit. For now, let's get the brakes bled. Did put speed bleeders on all of the calipers, so these bleeder valves have a one-way valve in them that will only let fluid and air out and no air in. So I should, in theory, be able to bleed this by myself. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna time lapse this for you guys if I struggle to get all the air out of this system. We'll see. Essentially, all I'm gonna do is put a hose on here, open up the valve, go in the car, pump the brakes until the brakes start to feel stiff and good, then come back here, tighten the valve, move to the next one. So we'll see if they actually work. I've never used them before, but for 60 bucks, it seemed like a good opportunity.
not gonna drive the prettiest right now, but that's okay. At least she'll be able to move under her own power now, which is all I've been trying to do for the past couple of days. So, key. Still missing a couple small things here and there. I've already ordered it. It'll be here eventually. Dude, it's so hot. ABS light, where you at? There it is. I missed you. All right. There's a couple wooden boards I'm gonna run over. Holy shit, she's out of the fucking shop. Holy shit, boys. I hear that power steering pump wailing a little bit. I'm gonna kind of just push her over here for right now. She's a little piston slappy right now. All right, we're gonna let her warm up. Chill right here. It's got a small oil leak, but should be totally fine. I need to push this up there. This is gonna fucking suck, dude. Do this, dude. It's so hot. Okay. All right. They call me Mr. Muscles for a reason. I push cars every day. Quite literally every day. Look at that, my little RS. You're gonna go back up on the lift. Dope. Let's go take it on a quick little test spin around the complex. Clutch is gonna need to be adjusted. I have no idea how the brakes feel right now, but at minimum, we at least have an e-brake. Yeah, she turns. Feels good. First little maiden voyage, man. Hell yeah. We still got a ways to go on this thing, but big steps just getting it out and moving under its own power. Feeling good again. Power steering's probably gonna be a little bit loud. Oh no, they're moving that. That's fine, I'll swing around the other side. Definitely needs an alignment. Yeah, holding the wheel straight definitely pulls to the right, which is fine. Once we get a decent enough tune on here, we'll drive it down to Subaru, have them align it for us. While we wait for some other small stuff to come in, we can at least hopefully try to get our tune somewhat sorted out too, but good to see the transmission is working as well. Car's coming up to temp nicely. Probably gonna be a little poof of smoke or two coming out of the hood due to, yeah, I can see a little bit of smoke due to the oil leak that we have. So we'll fix that tomorrow. Little poofs of smoke. Dope, dude. Fucking, dude, it looks so much better than when we got it. It actually looks freaking amazing. Just needs some little stuff tweaked here and there, but we can do that. I gotta get this up on the lift. This is leaking power steering fluid for some reason. She runs and drives, you guys. We have one oil leak still to fix. That is off the oil feed line down there where it attaches to the hard line from the factory. It is just dripping oil ever so slowly and it's causing little poofs of smoke. So I want to get that fixed so that way once we have all of our stuff here to be able to start tuning, I bought a new computer to be able to use. So hopefully that helps us out a little bit. That's just kind of dedicated for this. The computer I have in the shop has just been kind of used and abused for multiple cars in the past and it just runs so freaking slow. I want to get this just 100% set up so that way as soon as we have everything to get going, we can actually start tuning this thing. Right now it does start, does drive, does run, runs a little bit lean. We'll get that sorted here soon, but I want to get this last little oil leak fixed right down there. So top of the intake box is going to come off. This intercooler pipe is going to come out just to give me a little bit more room to get down there. We'll get that fitting tightened up and sealed up, and then hopefully no more oil leaks. Oil feed disassembled, and then dude, you guys, it's like buried down there. I got right down there where that silver line goes. I got that fitting pulled off, cleaned all the threads off. I put a little bit of this, what even is this, Vibratite 440 thread seal on there. Let it cure up for about 45 minutes. So I put it on both sides of the oil feed. So we'll see if this thing leaks oil. If it doesn't leak oil,
we're good to go on the 06. I'll probably bleed the brakes one more time on this before we start like driving it on the street, just to make sure that everything is kosher with it. But let's get it started, see if it leaks more oil. If not, mechanically, engine wise, I think this thing is ready to go. I gotta program a key for this thing still too. And we have the ABS fixed stuff on the way, so I'm hoping that that will turn our light off. It would appear our oil leak is fixed. I'm not seeing anything drip out anymore, but I'll let it run for a couple minutes just so we can double check. Yeah, we're looking solid. We'll let it warm up, so that way the oil can get a little bit thinner, because once the oil's thinner, if it's gonna leak out, it's gonna do it when it's a little less viscous. Let the car come all the way up to temp, that way oil temperature comes up. That's gonna be when the oil's the thinnest. We got no more leaks down there coming off that line. We have completely fixed, almost. There's still the ABS issue, but we have, for the most part, our 06 STI completely fixed at this point. My new tuning laptop just got delivered today, so that way we can actually start doing some logs in this thing. The way that I have to tune this right now with my very, very ancient, archaic access port software is it's essentially like I'm e-tuning my own car. I don't have live tuning, so I have to make a base map, record a log of the event or whatever I want for logging, email or pull that log off, review that log, see the areas I need to make changes, make those changes, then come back through, re-upload a new map. So it's a lot of back and forth, and it's not the easiest way to tune, but for the time being, it will be fine for what we're doing with this car. Let's get the 06 STI pulled out one more time. I want to get some B-roll of this thing. Our 06 STI, she runs, she drives, big hyped. We're gonna go tuck this thing away for a couple days up until we get the last of the stuff we need to be able to start tuning this thing. So I'm really excited for this. I get the opportunity to finally do something that has always seemed like wizardry or black magic to me. I will do my best as we go through this to try to explain kind of the fundamentals and the basics of tuning as I learn. I do not know everything. I'm a very novice, I don't want to use the word tuner because I don't even class myself as a tuner, but tuner enthusiast, I guess I should say. Very novice level, so I will definitely share my experiences with you guys. We may blow up some engines, we might not. I don't know, but we're gonna figure this out together. Give me your guys' honest thoughts on how this car looks outside of the shop. I think it looks so much better than when we got it. It's very OEM plus in the fact that we just have OEM BBS wheels. We put factory headlights back on it, factory lip, all of these little factory components. In my opinion, it preserves the look of the older chassis. I know I'm guilty of flaring a lot of GDs, okay? We're not gonna do that to this one. We're gonna keep this one stock body, keep it looking OEM plus, and just use it as our tuning tool. If you got any questions or anything specifically that you want me to cover as we go through the tuning process on this, let me know down below, and I'll try my best to help share that and spread that information. But with that, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Go to hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, side, and the color of the day today is silver for our lovely little Hawkeye right here. And if you're not subscribed and you want to be, put it in one of these corners. No idea which one quite yet, but with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies.